Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be talking about, as the title says, WWE Payback 2023. I know this is late to be talking about the show that happened on September 2nd, and it is as of this being recorded in October. And as of this is being recorded in October. It's not October 10th. But anyway, we'll talk about the matches that happened on the card, a brief talk about the wrestling pay-per-views from this year, and that's all I got to say about that. If you like anything like talking about wrestling or reading books, then hit the subscribe button. Also, if you can leave a like on this video, it would be very much appreciated. And if you want to know more about when things are coming out on the channel, you can go to Twitter. Where the username is the same as the YouTube channel name. And on Instagram is the same thing, Russell Reed Tunes. So yeah, now let's get into it. So, Payback. So the first match on the card, you had Becky Lynch facing Trish Stratus in a steel cage match. In the opening match, Becky Lynch faced Trish Stratus in a steel cage match. In the opening stages, Stratus tried to escape the cage, but Lynch stopped her and delivered 3 Beck exploders. As Lynch attempted a clothesline, Stratus dodged it, but Lynch countered with a leg drop as Stratus climbed the cage. Lynch stopped her and delivered a powerbomb for a 2 count. As Lynch attempted the manhandle slam, Stratus countered it into the Widow's Peak for a 2 count. As Stratus attempted the Stratusfaction, Lynch countered it into the Twist of Fate for a near fall. Stratus then delivered the Stratusfaction for another near fall. As Lynch attempted the Avalanche Manhandle Slam, Stratus blocked it into an Avalanche Stratusfaction for a 2 count. Lynch then delivered a superplex to Stratus from the top of the cage as Stratus tried to escape through the cage door. Zoe Stark came out to assist her. Lynch stopped her and delivered a Manhandle Slam to Stratus, but Stark broke up the pin attempt. Lynch then delivered the Manhandle Slam to Stark and an Avalanche Manhandle Slam to Stratus and then pinned her for the win. After the match, Stratus got furious and told Stark to exit the cage. Stark refused to listen and then delivered the Z360 to Stratus and then exited. The match was fine. There was a near fall that happened in this match that was a good near fall, I gotta say. But the match itself was fine. Now moving on to the next match. Next, Payback host John Cena came out to hype the crowd, only for The Miz to interrupt him. Miz gave Cena advice on hosting, but Cena refused and stated that he wanted to be the special guest referee for Miz's match. This led to the second match in which SmackDown's LA Knight faced Raw's The Miz, which featured Cena as the special guest referee. In the closing stages, Knight delivered a power slam for a 2 count. Miz then delivered a back suplex and a lung blower for a 2 count. Miz then delivered 2 Miz DDTs for a 2 count. Knight then delivered a rolling DDT for a 2 count. Miz then delivered the skull-crushing finale, but as he attempted the 5-knuckle shuffle to mock Cena, Knight impeded him and delivered a power slam, a leaping elbow drop, and the BFT for the win. The match was fine. Don't have much to say about this match. It was alright. In the next match, Rey Mysterio defended the United States Championship against Austin Theory. In the opening stages, Mysterio delivered 2 clotheslines, a slingshot stomp, and 2 fisherman suplexes for a 2 count. As Theory attempted another fisherman suplex, Mysterio countered it into a small package for a 2 count. Theory then delivered a spinning sleeper slam for another near fall. Mysterio then delivered a spinning head scissors takedown and a sliding tornado DDT. As Mysterio attempted the 619, Theory countered it into a spinning powerbomb for a near fall. Mysterio then delivered the 619, but as he attempted a slingshot splash, Theory got the knees up and attempted the A-Town down. But Mysterio countered it into a roll-up for the win. After the match, Mysterio celebrated with the Latino World Order, and the members are, I think you guys will know, but I'll say anyway, Santos Escobar, Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde, and Zelina Vega. So yeah, this match was fine as well. Don't have much to say about the first 3 matches. So it's going to be a bit repetitive with me just saying they were fine. But in the next match, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens defended the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships against the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest. In the opening stages, Zayn delivered a top rope Kongiro to Priest and Balor, but as Zayn attempted to bring Balor back into the ring, Balor hit him with a kendo stick. Owens and Zayn then started hitting Priest and Balor with trash cans. Owens and Zayn then hit Balor and Priest with steel chairs and vice versa. Also, this match was I think it was a Steel City street fight for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. So yeah, going back to this. So continuing on here, Owens and Zayn then hit Balor and Priest with steel chairs and vice versa. Dirty Dominic Mysterio then came out to assist Balor and Priest in throwing Owens and Zayn into the penalty box. But as they turned around, Owens and Zayn were wearing Pittsburgh Penguins gear. Owens and Zayn then started hitting the Judgment Day with hockey sticks. Zayn then delivered a Blue Thunder Bomb to Balor onto a pile of chairs for a 2 count. Priest then delivered a Broken Arrow to Zayn onto a stack of chairs for a 2 count. Balor then delivered a clothesline to Owens into the crowd. Zayn then delivered a somersault senton to Priest and Balor from the top of a glass platform. Owens then climbed the balcony and delivered a swanton bomb to Dominic through a table. That spot was crazy. Although the way it didn't look like Owens got all of it. Like it looked like he got most of it, but the way I don't know how to explain it, but he didn't look like he got all of it. But I might need to see it again, but maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't fully know, but it was a cool spot, is basically what I'm trying to say. Inside the ring, as Zayn attempted the haluva kick, Priest threw a trash can into Zayn's face. As Priest and Balor attempted a Razor's Edge / coup de grace combination, Zayn blocked it and pushed Balor through a table. Owens and Zayn then delivered the stunner / haluva kick combination to Priest, but JD McDonough came out and pulled Zayn out of the ring to stop the pinfall attempt. Also, why did they have to change this guy's name? Why Jordan Devlin? Like, there was nothing wrong with his name. Jordan Devlin is actually his actual name. So why did they change it to JD McDonough? Like that seems like a downgrade from Jordan Devlin. But anyways, that may be just my opinion. But anyways, JD McDonough came out and pulled Zayn out of the ring to stop the pinfall attempt. Owens then delivered a pop-up spine buster to McDonough onto the cover of the announce table. That looked pretty brutal. That looked pretty brutal, not gonna lie. That looked like it hurt. Like the way Owens hit the powerbomb, and then the way how McDonough sold it, it was good. It was brutal, but it looked good. Next up, Rhea Ripley then came out and performed a spear to Owens through the barricade. As Balor attempted the coup de grace, Zayn moved out of the way and delivered an exploder suplex and a haluva kick. But Dominic used Priest's Money in the Bank briefcase to hit Zayn, allowing Balor to pin Zayn and win the tag titles. With this win, Balor subsequently became the 24th overall Grand Slam champion in WWE. Oh wow, I did not know that. Very interesting. But yeah, so this match that I just talked about was the match of the night for sure. It was the match it was the match I was able to get most into on the card. So yeah, it was a good match. It was a good match yeah. So definitely, if you haven't watched Payback, this would be the match I would say you should look out for and go and watch. In the penultimate match, Rhea Ripley defended the Women's World Championship against Raquel Rodriguez. In the closing stages, Ripley delivered a basement dropkick and a sliding knee strike for a 2 count. Rodriguez then delivered a delayed suplex and a running corkscrew elbow drop to Ripley for a 2 count. Ripley then locked in the Prism Lock submission, but Rodriguez escaped and delivered a big boot and a body slam. Dirty Dominic Mysterio then came out to distract Rodriguez, but Rodriguez delivered a power slam to him. Ripley then kicked Rodriguez's injured knee and delivered the Riptide for the win. This match was fine. It was one of the weaker matches on the card, in my opinion. So, yeah. Also, I should have said that before the Women's Championship match, we had, following the Steel City street fight, you have SmackDown's Grayson Waller hosted a special Payback edition of the Grayson Waller Effect with guest Cody Rhodes from Raw. During the segment, Rhodes revealed that he was able to pull some strings and bring Jey Uso back as a member of the Raw roster. Jey was on SmackDown but had quit WWE, quit in quotation marks, a few weeks before Payback after a falling out with his brother Jimmy Uso and the Bloodline as a whole. After Jey made his entrance, Waller trash-talked him, and Jey performed a super kick on him. Overall, the segment itself, it was fine. I gotta say this, Grayson Waller, this guy, man, he has good promo skills. Like, he knows how to. I don't know if he's a heel, but if he is a heel, he's a good heel. Not gonna lie, like he makes me want to punch him in the face. Like he does a good job with that. Backstage, so after the title match, the Women's World Championship title match, backstage Payback host John Cena, who partially reenacted his Lance Catamaran character from WWE's YouTube series Southpaw Regional Wrestling, interviewed new undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Balor and Priest claimed that nobody could stop them. But, as you will find out, if you saw Fastlane, you will know that's not true. Anyways, moving on to the main event. In the main event, Seth Rollins defended the World Heavyweight Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. In the opening stages, Rollins delivered 2 suicide dives to Nakamura on the outside. As Rollins attempted the pedigree, Nakamura countered it into a back body drop. Rollins then delivered a senton, but Nakamura then delivered a back suplex to Rollins on the announce table cover. Nakamura then delivered a running knee to Rollins' back. Rollins then performed an avalanche Hurricane Rana, a sling blade, and a frog splash for a 2 count. As Rollins attempted a powerbomb, Nakamura escaped, but Rollins immediately delivered the Rainmaker to Nakamura for a 2 count. Nakamura then performed a middle rope Kinshasa for a 2 count. Nakamura then delivered a sliding German suplex and an exploder suplex as Nakamura attempted the Kinshasa. Rollins impeded him with a super kick and a pedigree for a near fall. Nakamura then locked in a triangle choke, but Rollins used a powerbomb to escape the submission attempt. Nakamura then delivered a faint spinning heel kick, but Rollins then delivered an enziguri. Nakamura then performed a Kinshasa to the back of Rollins' head. As Rollins attempted the curb stomp, Nakamura intercepted it with a sit-down pin, but Rollins rolled through and delivered the stomp and then pinned Nakamura to retain the title. After the event went off the air, and as Rollins was making his way backstage, Nakamura attacked Rollins with a Kinshasa. If I botched Shinsuke Nakamura's finisher, it's kind of hard to pronounce, so my bad for that. But anyways, I thought the main event was fine. It was all right. Like, I think the finish wasn't bad. As Nakamura, he intercepted Rollins, attempted a curb stomp. Nakamura intercepted with a sit-down pin, but Rollins rolled through and delivered the curb stomp. That wasn't a bad finish, but the match itself, it was all right. So yeah, it was fine. So reception. So Kevin Pantoja, a 411 Mania, gave the event a 7 out of 10, praising the Judgment Day's performance and Jey Uso's return. Dave Meltzer gave the Steel Cage match 4 stars. I don't know about that. The LA Knight versus The Miz match received 2.25 stars. Yeah, I agree with that. The United States Championship match received 3.25 stars. The Undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship match received 4.25 stars. I agree with that. It was the match of the night on the card. The Women's World Championship match received 1.75 stars. I understand that. I think it was one of the weakest matches on the card. And the main event received 3.5 stars. Yeah, I guess that's a fair amount of stars for that match to receive. And also with Fastlane that just happened, I gotta say This match, I was surprised. I'm surprised to say this, but the match at Payback, the match that I was about to say Seth freaking Rollins again. The match that Seth Rollins had with Shinsuke Nakamura here is better than their last man standing match at Fastlane. I was not expecting to say that, but after watching the last man standing match, I actually thought the match they had at Payback was better. So, and also another thing, I did not know that Seth Rollins had a bad back or a bad lower back. I did not know that because Seth Rollins is a wrestling he's a wrestler that I like, and he's good, man. Like, definitely. I did not know that he had back problems because he was still performing at a high caliber through all these years. So it was very interesting for me to learn that he actually has a bad back or a bad lower back. That was very interesting to hear. It sucks, and hopefully he might have to retire. Who knows? Because even on commentary, Michael Cole, after the last man standing match, Michael Cole was like, how long can Seth Rollins keep up this pace? And I agree. Because, like, if you have a bad back, like another person in wrestling I know had a bad back was Shawn Michaels. And I know that's not completely, they both had a bad back, but the circumstances of how they got a bad back is different. Now, I don't know how Seth got his bad back, but with Shawn Michaels, it was in the casket match at the Royal Rumble in 1998 where Shawn ran off the ropes and then he was running towards the Undertaker, and then the Undertaker like back body dropped him over the top rope, and when Shawn went over the top rope, the casket like digged into his back, and then that pretty much just that started Shawn's back problems. And even though when I watched Wrestling Bio's Reliving the War pay-per-view review of the Royal Rumble in 1998, it didn't look like much, and I agree. But yeah, it was that the edge of the casket, digged into his back, or I don't know but I don't know if dig is the right word, but Shawn's back hit the edge of the casket, and that started his back problems. But so it sucks that Seth now has a back problem or a lower back problem. But hopefully he doesn't have to retire soon. Hopefully he doesn't retire now, maybe in the future. But if he has to retire, then he had a good career. That is the review. That is me talking about WWE Payback 2023. I thought the show was fine. I agree with Kevin Pantoja of 411 Mania, giving the event a 7 out of 10. It was a fine card. Like it was nothing, top tier or anything like that. The match of the night was the Undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship match. So that's the only match I would recommend from this pay-per-view. Everything else you can take it or leave it, basically. Like if you want to watch the full show, you can. But for me, it was the only match that I thought was good, the only match that I thought got out of just a fine, category, fine lane, was the tag team match for the Steel City Street Fight for the Undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. Now, we're going to go into talking about the pay-per-views of this year. So WWE, many of their pay-per-views this year, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know if it's just me, but it's just, I don't know. They've just been, the pay-per-views have been weak this year. I don't know. I don't know why, but they have been. There's been standout matches, like the main event from WrestleMania Night 1, the tag team title match. That was good. That was a good match. And then every other pay-per-view after that, I don't think there was a single match that from those other pay-per-views that I was like, yes, this is like so good. Like I don't think, and then Payback. Now you have the Steel City Street Fight, so you could add that. But even these two tag team matches, I just thought they were good. I didn't think they were like, great or excellent. They were good. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, the WWE pay-per-views this year have been they've been fine. So I don't know, but I just haven't been, that into the matches that they've been putting on these cards. You guys may think different, and that's fine. But yeah, so yeah, the pay-per-views have been fine this year. Next pay-per-view, as from Fastlane, the next pay-per-view was Fastlane, but during Fastlane, the next pay-per-view after Fastlane is Crown Jewel. So yeah, there's that. So the review of WWE Fastlane is coming out today as well, after I'm done recording this. So yeah, I just want to say thank you for listening. And if you want to know, if you like anything like talking about wrestling or reading books, then hit the subscribe button. Also, if you can leave a like on this video, it would be very much appreciated. And if you want to know more about when things are coming out on the channel, you can go to Twitter, where the username is the same as the YouTube channel name, except I had to remove S from Tunes, so it's Wrestle Read Tunes, Wrestle Read Tune. And then on Instagram is the same thing, Wrestle Read Tunes. So yeah. The review for WWE Fastlane is also coming out today, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you later. Bye.